God is a good God. And
Yes.
I do thank my son for coming. You know, my testimony is that a couple of years ago, he was, let's see, he just turned 14 last week. And I think maybe he was 7 or 8. He was going to school. It was his birthday. He was going to school. And it was his first cell phone. He said, I'm going to take my cell phone to school. It's a little toy phone or whatever. Prepaid little minutes. I said, go on and take it to school. It's all right. And as soon as he got on the bus, he said, all right, I'm on the bus. And then he said, I'm getting ready to go into school. And then he called me. He said, I'm out of school. I'm getting ready to get on the bus. And so he talked to me all the way down. He said, oh, I see Uncle Maurice. The police done pulled him over. Okay, we get ready to go up the street. We stopped him right in front of the house. So he just kind of telling me everything he was doing. And the school bus always drops them off right in front of the house. So as I was on the phone with him, I had my headset on at the time, and he said, oh man, I gotta go back to school. I forgot my key. And so I'm sitting here going, why you forgot your key, man? That the bus done dropped you off. Okay? He said, well, I'll just walk back up there. The bus came around and he said, excuse me, can you take me back to the school? And she said, for what? And I'm listening to this on the phone. He said, I forgot my key. I gotta get my key. She said, oh, okay, don't worry about it. I found the key right here. Is this it? He said, yeah, that's it. Next thing I know, I'm just sitting here on the phone, and about 10, 15 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, and I'm still on the phone. The next thing I hear is hollering and screaming and crying. So I'm thinking, okay, he can set his cell phone down, so he's playing with the boys. Next thing you hear is, where's your mom at? Where's your mom at? He says, she's at work, she's at work. He said, where's your dad? He's on the phone. Where's your phone at? It's somewhere in the grass. So they digging and digging through the grass, and so the bus driver gets on the phone and says, Mr. Strickland? I said, yes. He said, your son has just been hit by a car.
Jesus.
So, only thing I can hear him yelling in the background is, I cannot feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. So, I'm all the way downtown on 9th Street. And at that time, we lived in Grandview. It took me 7 minutes to get from downtown.
Say it.
You know, because when you hear your child yelling, you're not worried about anything. Now, I knew the Lord was there, but I said, Lord, that's my child. I got to get there to him. I rebuke every officer that try to come this way. When I got up the street to the house, and at that time, there was no Trinity Temple. I lived right across the street from Trinity Temple. I could not get down my block. There was KCPD, Grandview PD, the school board superintendent, the school board teachers, the bus drivers, Fox Sport News, KCTV. I could not get down the block because everybody was down there, so I had to go all the way around. Saw these ambulances on there. And I saw my mother. We're kind of, I would say, strong people. We don't really show our emotions much. She was getting off of the ambulance, and I just saw her break down. And the only thing I can remember is him saying, I can't feel my legs. I get on the ambulance, and he's sitting there looking at me. He's got blood covered from head to toe. And he said, Daddy, I'm sorry, I forgot my key. I said, you know what, don't even worry about that. I'm just glad that you're okay. I turned around. I said, I'm going to sit up here in the front, and I'm going to turn around. If you need me, I'll be looking at you in this camera. Got off there, and he said, Daddy, wait a minute. If something happens to me before we get to the hospital and I die, just know that I love you.
Oh, Jesus.
That messed me up. Next thing you know, he just went out. And the EMT was trying to get me off of there so we wouldn't see that. Long story short, we got to the hospital. They started cleaning him up. Looking at his face, nothing but a couple of cracked teeth. Started cleaning his clothes off. Sitting there looking. Don't see nothing wrong with his arm. Sitting there looking at his legs. He started moving his legs. They take him back to x-ray. When he goes back to x-ray, there's nothing there. So we sit here wondering where this blood is. Now, he had just a couple of cracked teeth. So the amount of blood that was on him did not come from this. All he had was a couple of cracked ribs. All I can say is at the end of the day, he was covered by the blood.
Come on. That's it. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So stand up. The way that the lady came she came behind the bus, okay? When she came behind the bus, what the bus driver forgot to do was put the stop sign out. Okay, so she was actually in the middle of the street, so that really the driver had to come all the way around. When she came all the way around, he was crossing back again. Came around, met up, he flew up in the air and just twirled. He's got every activity of his limb. He's still walking. He's not under the ground, but he's above the ground. I could have been burying my child, but it wasn't nothing but the grace of God and the sweet communion of His Holy Spirit that rested about upon that child's life. And for that, I got to give God praise. I got to give God a hallelujah. It doesn't take much for me to, it turns me on when I see people pray. I get tired of going to, I promise I'm going to sing it on the show. I get tired of going to these churches and they got to have a cheerleading team. They got to pump and prime me.